You're in the right place. We're going to have a bit of a difficult conversation. But before I start it off, I just want to say big shout out to Well Off Media, Reach the People. I think they have done a fantastic job of putting it out there, the truth, and no matter what it is, it happens. And one of the things that happen time to time are thefts in the locker room. That's just real shit. It can happen anytime. It's happened to me during a football game. I was really upset. I didn't lose any jewelry, but the money I had in my wallet, I really needed my money at the time, and a few of my other teammates lost money and jewelry, such as like watches and any kind of thing they had near and dear to them, gold chains, chain their mama gave them, something like that, like near and dear shit, and how upsetting it can be. You know, you think your stuff is secure, you think your items are secure, and then poof. And I mean, just to keep it real, you would think you're at a Power 5, you think you're at a location, beautiful location, the Rose Bowl, playing a high-end team with UCLA, and you would think your stuff is secure. And when that's not the case, that could be super upsetting, and I can see it in their faces. If you go watch the Reach the People or Well Off Media clips, you can see it. They just like, they can't believe it. And on top of that, they lost. And you know, whatever else they got going on in life, that shit can compile. You look at Camron Silmon Craig. He just put out a video of how he had to pay over $3,000 in tickets, because that type of stuff can just pile up, and then all of a sudden it'll seep into your playing life. But I think that's something that just needs to be addressed. I think something like this happened in Jackson, or a few times in Jackson. I mean, I guess it's not just the HBCUs. The thing I don't understand is, if you have kids out there playing, how come there cannot be a locker room that's locked? What's the problem? Why can't have people sitting in the locker room monitoring who comes in and who comes out? You have the money for it, you know, you have so much staff for it. So that's the part where I'm not understanding. And you know, you don't want to say anything's an inside job. They knew these kids were coming in. They know that they got those things that they put on. They put that shit on. So my question is, if it was planned and coordinated, there has to be some type of connection that needs to be outed, because that just doesn't happen. And there should be so many cameras on who came in and came out of that locker room. Something needs to be done in this particular case, because that festered. I remember anytime I brought my wallet from then on, it had no cash in it. I know my teammates didn't wear jewelry to the games. I know it just completely changed our aura. You know, we was like, man, we out here for ourselves. You know, it kind of brought us together, but even in that time, it was upsetting. So I appreciate Well Off and Reach the People for being real, keeping it authentic, because these things do happen no matter where you are in college football. But let's address this. Let's figure out who did it, how they did it, and bring them to justice. Heritage Sports.